There are a lot of weird sea creatures out there that we never knew about before, like the pink see-through Fantasia, which is a type of sea cucumber. Now, it has a completely transparent body. You can see everything, even the entire digestive system. The Fantasia was discovered in 2007 as part of the Census of Marine Life. This decade-long project sent 2,700 researchers from 80 countries on more than 500 expeditions to all the world's oceans. Now, the scientists used robotic submarines and other equipment to seek forms of life that no one had ever seen before, and they found this creature. Now, it was found at a depth of about 1.5 miles. The Fantasia feeds by filtering nutrients from sediments on the bottom, and while most sea cucumbers stay on the ocean floor, this one can swim. It uses a wing-like collar around its mouth to swim up into the water. Now, it may use that ability to move to new feeding grounds or to escape danger. There's currently little concrete information available about the potential size of the pink see-through Fantasia, but researchers assume that it is similar in size to related species, which range from 4.3 to 9.8 inches. While its outer skin is translucent, it has a bright pinkish hue, which is how it earned its common name. Additionally, like other deep-sea animals, the Fantasia can produce bioluminescence that illuminates its inner organs. Now, this may scare away possible predators, which might not want to see the insides of their next meal. Now, Dumbo octopus are known as the deepest living of all octopus species. They live on the sea floor or hover slightly just above it at depths of 9,800 to 13,000 feet. It gets its name due to the ear fins coming out of the top of its head, looking exactly like the Disney character Dumbo the elephant. Now, there are about 17 species of Dumbo octopus that belong to a group called umbrella octopus because they are able to float with an umbrella-like look to their mantle. Some Dumbos are short, squat, and yellow, while others resemble a sea jelly with one giant brown walking shoe. Now, some have suckers in addition to spines on their webbed tentacles, while others look more like a traditional octopus with the addition of blue or other colored ears. Now, most species are 7.9 to 12 inches in length, but the largest Dumbo octopus was 6 feet and 32 inches in length and weighed 13 pounds. Little is known about the Dumbo octopus, and they have not been evaluated for population status, but let me just say, these creatures are pretty cool. Now, blobfish are named one of the ugliest sea creatures to ever exist, and I mean, just look at it, it's true. Now, blobfish are typically shorter than 12 inches and live at depths between 2,000 and 3,900 feet, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times greater than that at sea level. Now, these tadpole-shaped fish have bulbous heads, large jaws, tapered tails, and feathery pectoral fins. Now, rather than scales, they have loose, flabby skin, and they don't have strong bones or thick muscles, and instead they rely on the water pressure to hold up their shape together. That's why blobfish collapse into squishy mush when they are pulled up to the surface. It pretty much looks like a normal fish when it's in its natural habitat, but little is known about the behavior of blobfish because it is so difficult to view them in their natural habitat at the bottom of the ocean floor. But it is believed that they prefer to be at rest and can go days without eating to conserve energy. Groups like the Ugly Animal Preservation Society aim to raise awareness of the needs to protect blobfish, along with other aesthetically challenged creatures, which are less likely to be researched or protected than their cuter counterpart, which is just sad. Just because they're ugly doesn't mean we shouldn't care about them. Then there's lionfish, who prefer to inhabit shallower waters less than 500 feet in depth. Now, some species linger around rocky coastlines or seek harbor in lagoons. Others, like the Bermuda Triangle. With no known predators, the lionfish consumes vast quantities of invertebrates, mollusks, and small fish. Now, the lionfish's venomous dorsal, anal, and pelvic spines deter most potential predators. Now, they aren't aggressive, but their spines contain a nasty neuromuscular toxin. Symptoms following a lionfish sting include tenderness, swelling, and a serious serious injury to the wound site. These symptoms usually last for hours, but in severe cases can go on for up to 30 days. Now, a sting that involves multiple spines increases the possibility of infection and causes additional symptoms, such as abdominal pain, sweating, and changes in the heart rate. Lionfish stings are rarely fatal, although someone who's been exposed to repeated stings may experience anaphylactic reactions upon subsequent envenomation. Yeah, I would stay away from those. And finally, the Kraken was a legendary sea monster, but what if I told you it was real? The body of a giant squid was found on a shore in Denmark in 1853, and then in 2001 humans saw the giant squid for the first time, and only a few years after that when it was finally photographed, making it one of the most elusive animals on the planet. Now, we don't know too much about this creature, but we do know it has the largest eyes of all living creatures, grows up to 60 feet, and is frequently hunted by sperm whales for food. Now, the weaker giant squid generally flees when confronted by a whale. However, sometimes it fights back when cornered, and it's not unusual to find sperm whales with scars left from their battles with giant squids. Now, the giant squid has long been known to exist, but capturing it on film has taken scientists extensive time and voyages to the deepest parts of the ocean where life is hard to sustain, but it does exist, and it is scary. Well, that's all for our list of unsettling creatures found in the Bermuda Triangle that scientists have never seen before. Now, I think these creatures should stay deep underwater.